Hey everybody, it's Toys of Arkham here, back with another review. This is a review of a Neca figure, and it is none other than Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. A real classic horror movie from the 80s. And when I think of the Nightmare on Elm Street entire um, series of movies, I'm thinking this actually might be my favorite of them all. So, for whatever reason, I up until this point hadn't got a Dream Warriors Freddy figure in my collection. And I've ordered the Dream Warriors accessory pack and the furnace diorama accessory from Neca as well. And they should be coming here shortly, and hopefully I'll be able to review those for you as well. But for now, let's have a look at this figure, and it is very impressive from the outset. It really is. Let's have a look at the box first, like we usually do. So, yeah, that's the cool poster graphic on the outside of the box. If you think you're ready for Freddy, think again. And yeah, it's a nice box. I actually saw some really cool hoodies and t-shirts with the Dream Warriors graphics on it from I think it's, what are the name of them, Hell on shirts, and looks really good. Might have to order them. Anyway, so let's have a look at the back of this box, and it shows you all the different accessories. And this is real figure photography, so these aren't made up images, they're images of the figure and accessories themselves, which is really cool. And we'll have a look at that head sculpt there in a few minutes, but you can see there that there's a light piercing through from the back, which obviously shows that cross on his forehead sort of illuminate. So let's have a look at this. The last of the Elm Street kids are now at a psychiatric ward where Freddy haunts their dreams with unspeakable horrors. Their only hope is dream researcher and fellow survivor Nancy Thompson, who helps them battle the supernatural psycho on his own hellish turf. So, what I've noticed about Neca, for whatever reason, with these Nightmare on Elm Street figures, they certainly are giving the whole franchise attention. They've made a lot of Freddy figures, they're making accessories for them, but for whatever reason they haven't given us any of the main characters, such as Nancy and the other kids from the movies. And that would be really cool if they at least included one or two to complement Freddy. We need to have Freddy hunt somebody after all. So let's have a look at the accessories. So from the outset, this is the classic green and red jumper, and you can actually just pop off the front of this and put that on and swap out. So it's very simple. Simply clip out and clip on, and you change the entire look of the figure up, which is really cool. And this was the head sculpt that we were talking about earlier. Really detailed, a really aggressive, roaring, evil, horrible looking Freddy. And that on the back is a sort of a little clear window nearly, that once you put light through it, let's see if it works here. Ooh. Oh yeah, there you see, it illuminates. God, that's pretty cool. It's really cool. So that's great for your photography. And we have the kind of paper mesh house that was built in the movie that Freddy lives in. When they go into Dream World, this is where they go to face off with Freddy. The house of their nightmares, really. And that's done really well. It's a lovely accessory to have. It's obviously a real main feature of the movie, iconic to the movie. So that's really cool to have. And look at this, Freddy's glove with injectable syringes at the bottom. What does he say? Oh, what a rush. Actually, one of the wrestlers, Hawk from Legion of Doom or Road Warriors, he picked his wrestling slogan up from that movie. And there's a hand with the same syringes on the bottom, only this time it's the burnt hand rather than the glove. Very cool. And this is a puppet of Freddy, again with the claws. It's painted pretty good, and again, nice accessory to have. My one is a bit warped, doesn't really stand on its own. I have to manipulate that a bit. So put these to one side. Really like that head sculpt though. Let's have a look at Freddy here from head to toe. So we've got the brown boots, sort of black grey slacks, all the way up to the glove. The I think it's called the body of souls or the chest of souls. That is the souls of the children and people he has affected over the years, hunted them down, killed them. So he tears open his jumper, and you can see that off to one side, and that's what he's like underneath. So you look at Freddy himself. Really good head sculpt, sort of sneering evil look about him. You can see that the prosthetics or the scars match how he looked in the movie. There's a bit of a sloppy seam there, but I can live with it. And this fedora hat does come off to reveal the head as it was again in the movie. So that head is reasonably easy to pop off. I won't do it now because I only have one hand available to me and I might knock him off. But it's a really good head sculpt. Now, when it comes to likeness of Robert Englund, and of all these figures that are available, as in Freddy figures, I would probably lean more towards the Freddy from A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 over this one, if you were to just pick one at all. But for me, this was my favorite of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, so I had to have this one. And I don't regret it. It'll go really well with the accessory pack. And yeah, he's really cool. So on the box here, you can kind of see what they've done in terms of their photography. I've sort of recreated that there, kind of. Let's just pop him in here, see how he looks. That's not obviously the furnace from the movie, but yeah, it's really cool. So anyway, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you, and maybe think about subscribing. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.